Hey people, Mike Martin's here with the Mike Martin channel. Thanks for liking, joining, and subscribing, all that jazz. Okay, well, here it is. Now, this is becoming a very big concern, and I'm talking to people on the ground, and I'm hearing it from people passing through the town and whatnot. Here it is. True North is reporting it, and True North is always on the money. Don't forget to go to TCN News, tcn.news. There it is, True North, right there. Growing number of Canadians eating less due to food insecurity. Wow. So Canadians are dealing with hunger and food insecurity as a result of skyrocketing grocery costs. So let's jump on our channel time machine real quick and see what we said about it. So 4 months ago, more food shortages ahead. Make sure you're prepped. 113 fast food closures, and we're just getting started. Labor shortage, food shortage, 4 months ago. Federalization of big box stores and transportation, we covered that. Food prices to increase 67% in 2022, 6 months ago. It gets really interesting. Watch this. $103.32 people will be priced out of food by 2023. Foodflation and fuelflation set to take off. Food rationing set in place. Fed's data sweep tracking family gatherings and grocery visits. So you can't make this stuff. So we got stuff going back. Let's see. There we go. Food to skyrocket by 2021, 830%. Middle class can't afford basic food. Food shortages ahead 5 years ago. So so what I did was, I just took a look at how much the food was increasing over time. I would look at a 1 month period of what the price of, let's say, cheese was, or the price of pizza dough or something. I would look at 10 items and I would monitor them a 1 month into a 3 month gap, 6 months, and working between the gaps to figure out, wow, that's a huge increase. If that increases that much, but then if cheese goes up that much, because nothing goes down, right? Because if we thought the price of food was going to go down in what was it, 2011, 2012, when oil went down to $20 a barrel. We honestly thought, because they were pushing us, that, the reason why your food is so much, because, one proof, watch this. So this is a video I made 6 years ago. It's actually older than 6 years. Price of oil dropped. So oil, they were telling us for the longest time that oil is over $100 a barrel, and that's why your food's going up, because transportation and all that stuff has gone up. So then the price of food was supposed to be going down because the price of oil dropped, but no, that was a whole lie. They lied to us. And I kind of bought into it like, well, the price of everything's going to go up because transportation's going up. But the price of oil went down dirt cheap, but the food kept going up. So anyways, what's True North telling us today? Food banks in Canada commissioned a Mainstreet Research survey that found nearly 25% Canadians were eating less because of inflation. The number of people struggling doubled when taking into account those earning less than $50,000 per year. So $50,000 per year gross, guys, is I think it's like $41,000 take home, maybe $39,000 take home. I'm not sure if they're doing this in gross pay, because we get tax death here in Canada. And we're not allowed to defer our mortgage payments, by the way, because people in the States are like, can't you defer your mortgage, the interest on your mortgage, and can't you defer your property tax? I'm like, no, not in Canada. When the 4,009 respondents were asked whether they had gone hungry at least once from March 2020 to March 2022, nearly 20% said yes. That is huge. Coming out of Canada, wow. The poll was conducted over the telephone from February 25th to March 2nd. Food banks in most regions of Canada are experiencing an influx of Canadians visiting food banks for the first time. Wow. A number that's increased up by 25% in some regions, said Food Banks Canada CEO Kirstin Beardsley. Canadians are telling us that they are running out of money for food because the rising housing, gas, energy, and food costs. So there's the video there, how to compete with the coming recession in Canada from True North. According to Stats Canada, Canadians paid 9.7% more on groceries in April compared to the same time last year. Daily Bread Food Bank recently reported that visits to their locations have tripled in some cities. In Toronto, 100,000 people accessed organization services before the pandemic. That number was 60,000. So let me throw something out there too. So before the pandemic, we were covering that middle class can't afford food. Food bank noticed increases of working poor and transportation issues, right? Food bank usage in Scotland set record high. Banks are now referring people to food banks because they couldn't afford their mortgages. This is all before the year of this is during the year of the protest 2019. And then they twisted it as climate change protests in 2019, which wasn't happening. Starving for food, skyscraper. I call this era we're living in the skyscraper dark ages. Economic takeover, war against working poor. And again, it goes back into Alberta, Sydney, Auckland, London, Los Angeles. So food lineups. And this is, again, all before. If you look at the dates of this, it all comes in before the pandemic. According to Daily Bread CEO, we got that. We expected the number to rise by 225,000 clients visits per month. 225,000 visits per month. Okay, sorry, I'm just kind of shocked there. He said, people are in need in the city. We need to do something about it. Food banks are also seeing new clients who have never accessed their services before. In Calgary, 75% of those visiting Daily Bread were new to the program. So a lot of these people were shut out of oil jobs because of the Biden and Joe Biden and shutting down the pipelines and stuff, and shutting down oil in Alberta, and shutting down the oil infrastructure in Canada to make us freeze this winter. So I told you guys, they're going to be doing electrical experiments this winter in Canada, and they're going to shut the heat down to save us from climate change. So I'm telling you guys this now, so you know. And I have videos going back 2-3 years ago warning people of this. And that's why every week I just buy solar panels. Every week I buy a few. And by the end of, before the end of this summer, I have enough panels to go nuts with. You know what I'm saying? To actually make sure that my family's taken care of, unless they pass a law or they start changing things overnight to make it illegal and starting doing illegal stuff. You know, we're doing illegal stuff to provide for our families. So we know the answers to the social problems. We know the levers to pull. We know the impact it's going to have. We just need to have the political will and courage and leadership to be able to make the difference, said Hetherington. So there it is. This is from our friends over at True North. And I want to tie into the videos we've been making over the years, just so people could understand that we are not saying things because Joe Rogan said it 2 weeks ago. We're actually saying it because we've been saying it for years now. We're not bandwagoning off other channels and what they're doing and what they're saying. We've been saying this for years, and I've been treated like crap, threatened to sue me for reading an article that wasn't written by me, like all kinds of crap. Maybe it's because I'm Portuguese. Who knows? Anyways, Mike Martin's here. Mike Martin's channel. Prep your food. Prepare. It doesn't hurt to buy an extra $20, $30 a week in food, right? Prepare. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.